Hey guys, it's Craig. This is Amazon's latest Echo Show 3rd generation, and if you didn't know it, it moves. After using it for 2 weeks, here are my 5 likes and 5 dislikes. Now this is not a review. I need to go deeper into some features before I can do that. This is just some impressions after a couple weeks of use, and at the end, I'll share my recommendations on getting one or not. Now let's get started with the likes. Number 1 like is the biggest new feature. It is the movement. I think it can offer value on all different levels based on your comfort and your movement preferences. I like mine to only turn towards me when making requests or when I ask it to follow me. I don't want it to follow me around all the time when I talk to it. The Echo Show 10 has a quiet, brushless motor, so you don't even hear it. It moves 175 degrees one way, 175 degrees the other direction, which gives it a lot of flexibility. You can also limit the motion, so if you want to stick it in a corner somewhere you don't want it hitting. If you want to learn more about the Echo Show movement, check out my dedicated movement video in the description. You could also find links to the latest Echoes, and if you make a purchase, a small portion goes back to the channel. Now, personally, I like the Echo Show 10 and the movement for the kitchen or in an open floor plan where you might want to see it from different directions. As for videos, I like the movement for watching videos that I care more about hearing than actually needing to see them. Like watching live TV, like the news or sporting event where you don't want to miss what's being said. You can also use this to do some Netflix binging while moving around the kitchen or the house. These are actually starting to get to the point that they can be a TV alternative. For music, the movement keeps the speaker facing you, so it gives you the best sound. In the not so distant future, the movement's going to be used along with the camera to help read your expression to better understand you when you're talking to it. Now, if you're not into a moving camera, you can disable the motion, or you can close the privacy shutter on top for a physical camera cover, and then just enjoy it as an Echo Show 10 that doesn't move around. The number 2 like is the screen. If you go here, you can look at the different smart home options, and now you can stream from 3 of the most important streaming services available. You got Netflix, Hulu, and Prime Video. I use Hulu Live and watch live TV while I'm in the kitchen and getting ready in the morning. My kids use Netflix and Hulu and Prime Video. We just need to add Disney Plus and their lineup would be complete. If you swipe over the dashboard and pick video, you can see the services that work with it. There is no YouTube app, but if you do launch it, it's going to take you to a browser version and give you the same YouTube that you're used to watching. Overall, I feel like the screen looks good. I think it's a nice improvement over previous generations. It's not a full HD screen. It is 1080p. It does have a 1280 by 800 resolution. I had to check to see what was actually on the screen because I guess I'm not logged in to mine since I just opened it on here, was looking at it. This isn't actually logged into me. But at this size, the screen resolution is fine. Depending on your lighting, because of the angle, you could get some reflection issues depending where you're trying to look at it from. But it's great for the video side. It's a nice little thing to have. Now, number 3 is the sound. The latest Echo 4th generation with its front-firing speakers is a great improvement over the previous generation. This new Echo Show 10 has a very similar speaker configuration and sounds so close to the Echo 4th generation, which was great to hear when I first turned this on. The Echo Show 10 speakers are actually behind the screen over here, but they sound surprisingly good. With as good as it sounded though from the front listening to it, I was thinking it was going to sound pretty bad from the side or the back, but I was again pleasantly surprised how good it sounded from the sides and the back. It's as if the sounds are bouncing off the screen and then it just fills it in and gives you a really full sound out of it. Now here's a listen to it next to the Echo 4th generation. I see a sky out my full sound comparison with the video in the description. Now, if you have the movement turned on to during all activities, when listening to music, it'll follow you, which keeps the speakers facing you for the best sound as you move around. It may seem kind of weird, but it is good for the sound. Number 4 like is the camera. Amazon has updated the Echo Show 10 with a larger 13 megapixel camera, which is a nice upgrade from the previous generation's 5 megapixel. This camera can be used for taking pictures, following you around, video calls, and even as a motion sensor to trigger routines. If you don't know, motion sensors are great for automating things when you walk into the room, and it's cool that you can use the motion sensing that's already happening within the Echo. I like the camera because it makes the movement possible, which when the Echo Show 10 gets a request, it'll turn right towards you, which is cool. So if you just want to see the screen, just call out the wake word. This movement stuff is the future, but if you close the shutter, the Echo Show 10 is not going to move and it's not going to see anything. Now, this 13 megapixel camera is great for video calls. When you're on a video call, the larger sensor allows the camera to zoom in or out as you move around to keep you within the frame. And if someone else enters the frame, it'll actually widen out to get both of you. Now, number 5 like is the integration with Alexa Guard. Alexa Guard is Amazon's free security feature that when activated will listen for smoke alarms, carbon monoxide alarms, and glass breaking sounds. The Echo Show 10 camera can be used with Guard. When Guard is enabled, if an alarm or glass break sound is detected, the Echo Show 10 will pan over to the source of the alert. Then you'll get notified through the app so you can see what is going on. There is no cloud recording, so you can't see events after the fact, only when they're happening. You can also use the Echo Show 10's camera and movement to check in on the house and look around right from the app. It's pretty cool. You can just pan it. Good stuff. This is great for checking in on the pets, and you could even speak through it too. Now are my dislikes. I think most of them are preferences more than deal breakers. Maybe the camera thing could be a deal breaker. We'll get to that. But number 1 dislike is there's no motorized tilting to it. Yeah, this has better angles than any other Echo Show has. I do appreciate that. It just would be nice to see the tilt in there because there's going to be certain angles that aren't going to be great angles and it's going to be fixed at that. So it might be able to turn towards you, but you may not be able to see it with reflections going on. So to have the motorized tilt would be helpful for that. Now my theory on why Amazon didn't include a motorized tilt is to get us used to devices moving. This is different, having an assistant that will follow you around and use the camera. Some people are flat out, they don't like it. That creeps them out. I think if it panned and tilted as it moved around, that would really put people off. I mean, that feels too much like a head following you and watching you. I think this is the baby steps towards the Amazon robot of the future, which I want to see that. Now, number 2 dislike is still too much relying on the cloud. The Echo Show 10 is faster than previous Echo Shows, but I can see it here in this little short when I tested it next to the Echo Show 8. You see, whenever possible, the Echo Show 10 opens up features quicker, but when it has to access the cloud, that speed is gone. More features need to happen on device. There really should be an on-device home app that opens almost immediately and only goes to the cloud when it absolutely has to, but it's there to just pop open. Not every screen change should have to go to the cloud. It's slow, it's clunky. It's an obstacle they need to get over. Now, number 3 dislike are low light camera issues. When the room is dim, the Echo Show can't follow you. I did a YouTube short demonstrating this. You can find it in the link below. But when I made the short, I was not in a very dark room. I could easily see everything in the room. But it couldn't see me. So it just said motion is disabled. This low light limitation puts a damper on using this for security because you can't depend on it seeing in a dark room. Also, it doesn't guess where you are. It doesn't try to turn towards the sound. If it's dark, movement is disabled. It really, for the dark, needed night vision, but again, that might be too much for people to handle. A moving camera inside the house that can see in the dark. Don't be creeped out. Number 4 discount would be the price. At its regular price, you can get an Echo Show 8 and a new Echo 4th generation. My favorite Echo still with the screen is that Echo Show 8. I think it's a great value for the sound, the size of the screen, and the additional features you get when you have a screen on an Echo. Now, if you want to learn more about the Echo Show 8, there's a link in the description. I'd love to see this come down to under $200, $199, something like that. I think it would place it better and be more compelling next to the Echo Show 8. You can see the difference in price. You're like, I'll pay $100 more for that movement. I like the improved camera, whatever the cases may be. Number 5 dislike applies to all Echo shows. It's the screen interface. There's more content available. If you go into settings, you'll find that under home content, there are a lot more options that are available. All mine are turned off now because I'm demonstrating this, but there are so many more options available, but there's no way to customize the home screen. I would wish at a minimum there was just one little button for the lights that are paired up to an Echo in a group, so you could just turn on lights quickly and just tap them. I want to be able to pin things to the screen, because having to swipe over to do this, to then grab video, to then wait for it to get there and load, it'd just be nice to just cut a step out, have a video just right across the top row. Something to what Google's doing with their Nest interface, because it's looking very nice. The look and functionality of the home screen need a big overhaul. Now, would I recommend it? I would if you have the right place for it and can take advantage of the movement. Like I said, in a kitchen is a great place for me. If you watch content, it has a better looking and more responsive screen. Plus you get that following you as you're moving around. I definitely can recommend it for the sound. It's way better than previous Echo shows. So close to the Echo 4th generation. Now, you may want to get it too if you want to be ready to take advantage of some of those new Echo features like turn taking that are going to use the camera and the motion to have a better idea of what you're saying. Why would I not recommend it? It goes back to the movement. For me, it's not a must-have feature. I wasn't looking for movement on my other Echoes. It wasn't something that was missing. Now, another reason not to get it is if you aren't comfortable with that movement and find that you're probably not going to use it. So save yourself the money then. Buy an Echo Show 8 for that screen and get an Echo 4th generation to have improved sound. With everything at its regular price, it would be about $20 less than this. But the Echo Show 10 is an interesting update, and I'm curious to see where this movement will take us. Now, what do you think of the movement? Are you into this? Is this something you really aren't ready to get into? Let us know in the comment section. Now, if you made it this far in the video, please give it a thumbs up. It does help it get recommended to more people. Next, make sure to check out this video over here. It has some great information on the Echo Show 10 3rd generation. Thanks for watching. Bye.